Prepare a full report. I will summon you when we determine what action to take.
Which is probably going to involve perhaps me getting thrown out the nearest airlock, to borrow one of the phrases this franchise likes. Right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The keyboard isn't working. This isn't a good start, is it? Ah, great. Hooray! This computer has an irritating thing where I can plug the keyboard in and the lights on the keyboard will come on, suggesting there's power running through it, but it won't actually take any inputs from it. Never mind. The daft thing is this is the second time I've tried to make this recording, because yesterday I attempted and I'd forgotten to plug the keyboard in, and when I was plugging it in, the power got cut. Not just to the computer, like when I tried to make the first episode, because apparently this is a bloody theme, but like to the whole house. The power just got cut off for about 10 minutes, which is irritating because it's actually the third time this has happened this week. So, never mind. But other than all of those disastrous things, and the fact that my boss is being assimilated as we speak, and that my boss's boss is about to, you know, have my head cut off. Other than that, everything's going really rather tremendously. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my disastrous series on Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. What is my objective? Wait for Tuvok to summon you. Did we wait for summons before? I can't remember or not. But let me not go this way, because this isn't the way I'm allowed to go. Let me go in here and see if you... What new guns are you cooking up, friend?
Well, I've been working on 7 Zymon. It's coming along. Should be ready for field use pretty soon.
That would be good. We've got some Borg who need murdering. Can I do a holographic simulation? No.
Sorry, Monroe. Holodeck's offline right now.
Oh, for goodness sake. Ah, here is the gun. Yes. The Borg Annihilator 3000. Excellent. I look forward to murdering some people with that later. Not that being a Borg is much of a life, so possibly I'm doing them more of a favour. Well, here are my friends. Right, hello, friends.
Man, this sucks. This wasn't supposed to happen. How'd the Borg get here?
Rick, relax.
Relax.
The Borg aren't the most relaxing of individuals.
Those Borg killed Ken. I'm gonna go over there and personally break every one of their grimy necks with my own bare hands.
You've got gloves on. You have to take them off for that.
Hey, Monroe.
Hello.
We gotta teach him not to mess with Starfleet. For Ken.
Rick, look.
I think we did see this
can't just
before.
go over to
You know
a
what I've
Borg
just
ship for
realised?
revenge.
Yeah,
As far as I'm
we're
aware,
on
and I
roster,
don't
huh?
claim to have seen all
He
of
might
Star
still be
Trek,
alive. We gotta
that
save
Starfleet don't wear gloves.
Probably assimilated
But there was that
already.
episode of
Don't say
Voyager
that, man.
where the
We're a professionally
the
trained
memory of
hazard
Voyager had been
team.
corrupted
We'll get
by an alien race, and they thought it was a warship. And there...
Out of my way.
What? I don't know which way you're going! You seem to be following me, madam, you grumpy missus. Right, never mind. No, I was just thinking how they were wearing gloves in that warship episode, and that I suppose lends itself into this a little bit better, given this is a tad more militant, for the obvious sake of, you know, it being a first-person shooter, so it's slightly necessary.
I just don't believe there was nothing they could do. Sir,
Excuse
Am I
me.
interrupting something?
shall I speak freely?
I
Go
think we
ahead.
did see this before, didn't we? But never mind,
Honestly,
it doesn't matter.
No,
I can't
I don't know
bollock
how
up
to
standing around
classify
listening to people, can I?
Ken,
Except that I'm
Foster, Odell,
listening.
anyone we
Or
lost
rather not
residence
listening,
in.
I'm just talking
What are you
over them
trying to say?
constantly.
I'm saying someone must be to blame.
The Borg are to blame. When you've got no one to blame, blame the Borg. That's what I say. How many other people do I have to listen to?
Hey Monroe, I heard Odell's gonna make it.
Stony-faced
The doc
people.
says he got to him just
That's
in time.
good. That's nice.
Good thing you
Can we
found
get through all of the conversations quickly, please, so that I can go to the principal's office and get my
Excuse me.
Yes?
Oh, that was a lengthy conversation. All of 3 words were said. Yeah, so I can get my disciplinary hearing over with. I can get my P45, and I can get the hell out of here. Oh dear. Perhaps I should have skipped through this bit and come back once we got to a bit more action. The struggle with playing these episodes so far apart, I forget what the hell we were doing.
Joe.
I don't know what we were thinking. We weren't ready for this. This is crazy. We're dead in space. We're not gonna make it out of here.
Crewman, get a hold of yourself. We'll
Ah,
make it.
saved by the bell. Now I don't need to listen to this young man yammer on any longer. Tremendous. What did you even say? I didn't even listen. Use a turbo lift to go to Decade Astrometrics. Alright then. At least I can get sacked while looking at the stars. Good afternoon, sir. Fancy meeting you here. Do you come here often? Is this your favourite turbo lift?
Deck 8, Astrometrics.
Look, Foster's alive. We can still save him.
That is a possibility. You may well have the chance to find out.
What?
Though it goes against my better judgment. You are next in line for command of the hazard team.
Huzzah! I'm in charge of everything now.
We are going to infiltrate the Borg cube.
Although it's more realistic, this game paints some of the only away missions where none of the senior staff actually go out on them.
Ensign? I take it you know Seven and Ensign Kim.
It's a small ship.
Seven and I were going over the Ethereum's data, and we've located a Borg cube here in the dampening field with us.
The vessel appears to be heavily damaged.
Monroe, you and the hazard team are going to
Same,
beam over
voice
there
actor.
and get back the isodesium.
And Foster?
Ensign, we're not even sure he's still alive, but if it's possible to rescue him, then yes, by all means. But the isodesium is of the highest priority. Seven will be joining you on this mission. And Ensign, you are now officially in command of the hazard team.
Do I get a fancy hat? Like an admiral?
Seven has prepared a plan of action.
Since we don't know where the Borg may be storing the isodesium, I have chosen a beam-in point within reasonable proximity to a primary sub-processing matrix. From there, I should be able to determine the exact location of the isodesium.
Why not beam directly to the Matrix?
We do not wish to alert the Borg. The beam-in point is in an area of low importance. There is also an assimilation chamber
The
en
Borg
route.
never assimilated
It is
to
possible that Lieutenant
CCTV.
Foster is as yet unassimilated and being held there.
Hopefully, they'll be too busy repairing their ship to worry about a few trespassers.
Sounds good. Get in there. Get the isodesium. And rescue Foster if you can.
Yes, Captain.
Yeah, I'm really not convinced that's actually, what's her name? The actress who played Seven? Was it Jerry
I will
Ryan?
join you and your team in the transporter room.
Convinced that's not her. Somebody doing a half-decent impression, but I'm pretty sure it's
Mr.
not her.
Monroe, I trust your performance will surpass your previous efforts.
God blimey, if my boss said that to me in my yearly appraisal, I'd save him the inconvenience of sacking me and just leave. Okay, right. What could go wrong other
Once
than a
we
lot
have
more
the
people dying?
isodesium, we beam straight back here. Any questions?
Yeah. Why aren't I on this mission? If we're gonna give the Borg some payback, you're gonna need some extra manpower.
This isn't a revenge mission, Rick. Our mission is to get the isodesium back.
Need
And
somebody
rescue Foster.
calm.
If possible,
Not a
yes.
stick of southern
As for
dynamite.
firepower, Seven's Infinity Modulator prototype is ready for field testing. If the Borg
Oh,
turn
blimey.
nasty, we'll be more than ready for them.
It is unwise to underestimate the Borg.
Yeah, see? You're gonna need me to help eliminate some Borg. No offense, man.
None taken.
Beesman, I know you're upset about Ken and Foster, but killing a bunch of Borg isn't gonna bring them back. I need cool heads. You're gonna have to learn to control yourself before I can assign you to another mission. Dismissed.
Monroe, come on.
I said dismissed.
Ah, that's cute.
Oh, you're loving this, aren't you?
Slightly, yeah. I've been bossed
If there are
around
no
for so
further
many years.
delays.
Are the high heels strictly part of the uniform code? I'm not seeing any of the other individuals in their hazard suits wearing the high heels, but never mind. Never mind. That's a whole kettle of fish I don't want to get involved in. I'll leave that to. Well, it's a whole kettle of fish that was being boiled about 25 years ago.
Alright, team.
Right.
Just keep to yourselves and they should ignore us. This isn't a
Yes, you look
simulation.
flat boobs.
So stay sharp.
Never mind. Right. What should we do? Recover the isodesium, stolen by the Borg. Indeed, do I have my... Oh, I've got all my weapons. What the hell is that? Oh, yeah, this is that
Man, that
Hirogen
glowing
Gatling
stare.
gun thing.
Can't tell what they're thinking.
As best I can sense, they're intent on repairing their ship and don't consider us a threat.
Well, let's hope they keep thinking that.
My goodness, sir, what happened to this? How on earth could you allow this to happen? You irresponsible goon. Right, If we blow this up, how the hell do I blow things up again? Yes, by doing that. There we are. I'll try to minimise the amount of murdering that we're doing. Good evening, gentlemen. Thank you very much for welcoming me into your hearth and home.
Wow, this place is huge.
Yeah, aren't ball cubes something like 5 by 5 square kilometres? My goodness, this isn't even like a frightfully wise use of space. Unless this is some sort of, hangover or something.
What are you doing? Sir, he's coming right at us. Should I take him down?
No. He's just a man going for a nice walk. Leave him alone. How do I say no?
Excuse me.
Sorry, I'm kind of busy.
Yes, I can see that. I can see that you're pointing a gun in this man's face. I appreciate that that is taking up a lot of your concentration at the moment, but if you could take the time to listen to me hear me say the single syllable word that is no, I'd be grateful.
Force field. I shall attempt to override it.
Ah, these are the blue ones. Right, I think we encountered these ones before. Okay. Thus far, nothing's
This
gone wrong.
terminal is malfunctioning. Crewman Chang, take out that generator.
I wouldn't stand quite so close to it if you're going to blow it up.
Take cover.
Oh, right, okay. That seems like a tremendous plan. Why don't I get explosives? Mind you, I suppose, actually, now that I say it, I do have, I suppose I do actually have... Where is that laser beam coming from? Oh my goodness, they've got projectiles. They must have assimilated those off somebody.
Since when can the Borg shoot?
They have
Yeah.
obviously been isolated from the collective for some time. They must have adapted.
Great.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe they assimilated Foster's gun and so, oh my goodness, a gun! What a tremendous idea! You know, we've only been using those since, oh, I don't know, a few hundred years. Now what? Oh, for goodness sake, you bunch of derps, get out of the way. There's one. You can see that with your eye. My goodness. This is why Batman works alone, because having other people around is just a pain in the buttocks. Dear oh, dearie me.
Look, it's Foster. We have to save him.
Somehow.
I detect no controls or power source for this force field. I would advise against taking unnecessary risk.
Well, we're gonna need to stop some force fields, otherwise we're in a dead end, aren't we?
Our primary objective is of utmost importance. We cannot endanger our mission. The Borg already consider us hostile, and Lieutenant Foster is most likely beyond help.
Good thing no one said the same thing about you.
This is your chance to make things right. Tell me we're going to rescue Foster.
We're gonna wonder where the sound has gone. What?
Monroe, please, do something.
I'm going to. I just need to find my way through here. How does this work? Do I need to shoot like this, maybe? Let's shut that down. That shut that down. No, I'm shooting stuff and nothing's happening. Alright, well, this one's opened up, so maybe I can do... Oh my goodness, I nearly got my head knocked off by that. Be more careful, young assimilated man.
Go, Monroe.
Right, oh my goodness, it's cramped in there. Right, let's have a little wander around and see if we can't... Hello, good afternoon. Thank you very much for not trying to murder me. Right, hello. Are you a villain? Yes, you're a villain. That is without doubt.
It's too late.
What? What's too late? Wait, what's too late? Has he got... Oh my goodness, have they got away with him? Oh, I was... Oh dear. Oh dear. Come down! Ah. Right.
You have endangered our mission, Ensign.
Ah.
You did your best, Monroe.
We must continue with our mission to retrieve the isodesium.
Yeah, this is what I was saying about this game. It has, like, you know, bits you can bollock up big time. Right. Well, I bollocked that up, but never mind. I'm still in charge, so isn't that just marvellous? Right. Oh, for goodness sake, not more of this. Not more of this infernal lot. Oh my word. I wanted to start getting better at this game, not worse. And yet somehow, that's exactly what I've managed to do. Right, let me try and not shoot my friends if they'd only get out of the way for 5 seconds. Oh my goodness! It turns out my my acrobatic skills for dancing around the Unimatrix are not sufficient. But never mind. It's not a problem. It's just a challenge to overcome. That's what leadership would say if they hadn't just been assimilated. So let me take some of this and see how much further we can get.
This looks safe.
Did you hear something?
Yeah, you yammering on. Now shush.
What was that?
They're waking up.
Alright. It seems you've already decided my intent, given that you're trying to shoot me in the face. Right. My goodness. I was doing relatively well with the sort of the bits you can bollock up, as it were. I was doing half decently with those, but it seems that all good things must come to an end. Especially streaks of luck.
I don't have a clear shot.
How many are there?
Well, I do, so you just leave it all to me.
Nelson.
Oh dear, where is he? Is that scripted?
He's hurt bad, Monroe. He's got to be out.
Really? He seems alright. He seems to be breakdancing, in fact. My goodness. Oh my goodness. I've never met an injured man who could breakdance. Mind you, I don't know if I've ever met a man who could breakdance full stop. Oh my goodness, this is a bit more rough and tumble than I thought. No, I need to keep going quite quickly.
Stay here and watch for
I'm
more
sorry,
board.
but I
Ensign
don't have
Monroe
time
and
to
I
talk
will
now.
scout ahead.
Sir,
Aye, sir.
Could everyone stop talking at the same time? We need a clear, well-defined communication structure, which mainly involves most of you lot shushing. My goodness, this is why it's better to work on one's own. It's much more quiet.
There's the transfer point to the inner chambers. This force field will take some time to bypass.
Oh my goodness, that's not just an echo because of the slightly irritating recording setup I have to use. That's an actual echo because for some reason she's talking on her communicator and face to face and there's a minor lag. Probably shouldn't be almost exclusively using my secondary attack here, but I really can't be asked to shoot these people more than once. They really are quite a lot of them, aren't they? Are they going to stop? They are going to run out of people eventually, aren't they? Possibly, possibly not. I'm not really sure. Perhaps if I stood over here, actually, this would be a wiser plan. No, they've just started beaming in all the closer. Right, this is not good. Let me get some different guns out because I'm running short on bullets. Although saying that, yep, they're just gonna, oh, blimey. They're just going to, oh, for goodness, am I supposed to be doing something? Oh, hang on, I think, actually, if this is the daft thing for me to say, that, oh dear. Oh, no, it's all fine. Hooray. What happened? Nothing. They're still coming. Okay, the force field still isn't down. What? What do you want now? Oh my goodness, this is going really badly. I was kind of already doing that, but by all means just carry on and blame me for everything. Oh, for goodness sake, you've been at this for several minutes. If you can't do it, just tell me and I'll burrow through the wall with a spoon.
Let's go.
Tremendous. Oh my goodness, that was beyond chaotic. That was just a massive frickin' mess. But conveniently the Borg have given up now that they realise that persistence is futile. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was really bad form, missing Foster like that. Never mind. Never mind. Can't dwell on the negative.
Which way?
Either will suffice.
Just have to carry on with life. Right, okay. Well, let's go this way because this is not the way, which is full of Borg. Oh my goodness. So the Xenomorph been through here, dripping blood. Alright, we'll have that, even though they've probably adapted all of my different weapons by now, so. Let's regenerate some health, and then, for goodness sake, not this again! They really have twigged, haven't they, that I'm not their best friend. Okay, I'm not entirely sure who hit me, but maybe I just smacked myself in the jaw for being so incompetent. Right, need to get rid of a few more of these. Yeah, if you've managed to get knee-deep into a cube without realising that you lot are a bunch of Borg, then I'd be frankly quite surprised.
How many are there?
Oh man, live! Right, there's another magic force field over there. Please tell me that this is not going to involve another long-winded protection scene. I don't remember the game being this chaotic and knackering last time. Okay, so presumably I need to get to that distribution node and destroy it in order to shut down the force field. But how exactly I'm going to get there is anyone's guess. Aha! I found a sneaky passageway for sneaky Borg rats. Or possibly some assimilated version of Jerry. Right. Can I break my way through here? Seemingly not, no. What if I use something with a tad more oomph? Such as this. Yeah, that didn't work. Nope, that did not work either. Okay, this is going tremendously. Oh, of course, I can just shoot through here, can't I? In fact, let me use something that's not going to use up my iron mod ammo. Assuming I can shoot through here. Hooray! We destroyed the node and the sound, but other than that, it's all going really rather well. Okay, just breathe. Everything's fine. I don't know what a Borg cube smells like, but I highly doubt it smells very nice. I don't think they would think that air fresheners are key on the road to perfection. Okay, this is a dead end, but it's got a health terminal, so let's use that. And then we can carry on. Oh, look at this. Lovely little open forecourt with no Borg in it. My favourite. For goodness sake, I had to go and open my big fat mouth, didn't I? Ah, they're coming from all angles. That seems sensible, although irritating. There we are. That's that little situation sorted out, and now we can carry on with life. Right. All aboard. Yes, come on now. This isn't exactly never mind. Snooze or lose. Oh, no, apparently... Oh, there we go. Apparently you don't. apparently the elevator doesn't work until everyone's on it. Okay, good. Oh, for goodness. I was literally moments from opening my mouth and saying, could we have a few blissful seconds of peace before we have to deal with any more of these people? But no. No, there were always to be more. Oh my goodness me! There really is no end to these people. We must have worked our way through a good third of the population by now. Is there, oh, for goodness sake. Alive. They're very grabby, aren't they? Very grabby lot. Is this another one that goes down or one that goes up? No, this is another one that goes down. Good. As long as it goes down, they can always fall down after me. Right. This time, I'm going to predict correctly that I'm going to walk across this little threshold, and then about 1,500 of them are going to spawn in. Yep, there we are. Now that I've succeeded on that little prediction, I'll get to work on next week's lottery numbers, shall I? Oh, stop it. I need to keep moving around in order to try and dodge their shots, but then when I do that, I keep shooting my friends. Dear, oh dear.
The primary sub-processing matrix.
The what?
What are you doing?
I should be able to download useful information from the memory core. I shall attempt to pinpoint the exact location of the isodesium. Strange. The memory core is fragmented. Certain data is shielded. This is not typical of the Borg. All information is shared.
These Borg are anything but typical.
Intriguing.
Clearly don't understand GDPR
I
then.
have found more information about the Forge. This cube engaged a probe similar to the one Voyager encountered. The probes are sent by the Forge. Vessels with sufficient technology to destroy the probes are transported here by the resulting explosions. Once here, this cube was invaded by a vessel sent from the Forge. Scavengers call them harvesters. They forcibly disassemble the trapped ships and take the parts and crew back to the Forge. They abducted hundreds of drones and nearly 1/4 of the ship before they were driven off. The harvesters' resistance quotient is extremely high.
A species even the Borg are afraid of?
A resistance coefficient, what will they think of next? So if the Borg couldn't get any worse, they had to start being interested in maths.
Just a moment. Querying.
I shouldn't say
Yes.
I'm vaguely
3
interested in
levels
maths
below.
myself.
Quaternary Environmental Control Chamber 9 Alpha. There is more, but I cannot access it. Memory is fragmented.
That's good enough. Let's get moving.
7?
7.
I am sorry. I was distracted.
Harvesters must have stolen the USB stick as well. Okay.
Right. Okay, let's move out, people.
And try not to stand next to that massively explosive thing on the wall there. Yes, that thing. My goodness. Okay. I don't know these harvesters. The description of them reminds me slightly of the Flood from Halo, if you're vaguely familiar with them. Right, I am going to make an investment. I'm going to try and make an investment. I'm not going to do frightfully well with my investment because I don't actually seem to be able to get to this thing. Right, okay, my investments have failed miserably. I should never have bothered with the stock market. I should have just put my money in the bank. Okay. Maybe I need like a grenade or something in order to get round that thing. Oh, for goodness sake, how many more of them are there? Is that one? Is that it? No, there's you. That one nearly hit me. Thank you very much. Oh, for goodness sake! Right, where's my bloody grenade launcher? How does this work? Not like that, Phil. Let me try sort of hitting it like this, and maybe it'll sort of bounce. No, that went tremendously. Oh my goodness gracious, mate. Let me try these sticky ones.
Nice shot.
There we go. Man alive, if only I'd try that at the start. Never mind. So let's see how we're doing. We failed to rescue the man that we're looking for. A member of my crew is dead. I've shot quite a lot of people. Sadly, not all of them were the Borg. I've also managed to explode my feet with a grenade. And we haven't found what we're looking for. Thus far, I'd say things are going quite well. If you discount everything that's happened since the start. Right. Let's carry on. Oh, has everyone gone on without me, have they? Oh, that's probably for the best. Oh, for goodness sake, why do they keep spawning in behind? That's very sneaky. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Where did they assimilate flanking tactics? Right. Let's go down into this silo of piddle. Seems to be where we're at right now. This is a strange place. Don't really know how that assists you in the reaching of perfection, but never mind. Right. What? Remember, this is not a holodeck simulation. These are real Borg. Yes, I found that out when they kept murdering me in the face. Right. Very glad to meet a few that are dead this time, rather than ones that are trying to murder me. Seriously, what the hell is this? Something I expect to find in the glowing sea. Oh, for goodness sake, here we go again. I know this is called a shooter, but I didn't... Perhaps this is daft of me, but perhaps I wasn't expecting quite so much shooting to happen here. Right. I am not actually sure they were already aggressive, but they are now, so we might as well just deal with the situation that has materialised, rather than wishing for situations which haven't. Right, oh for goodness sake, would you get off me? Do not need your tendrils in none of my orifices. Orify. Orificals. I don't know what the bloody plural is. I don't know. If Latin's a dead language now, I don't think how dead it is by the time of Starfleet. Right. If everybody would kindly like to get onto the elevation pad. Never mind. You snooze, you lose, and you get left behind. Yep. Thank you. Oh, for goodness sake, you people are like a broken record player. You know nothing else to say. Mind you, I'm not entirely sure I need to hear a villain monologue from the Borg. That sounds really rather upsetting. Oh my goodness gracious me, there are a lot of them. Right. Is that quite everybody? My God, I have no memory of this mission being quite so hectic and violent, but maybe I was just better at the game back then, or maybe I had a slightly higher percentage of my brain power dedicated to what I was doing because I wasn't rambling on about incoherent rubbish. Never mind. Should we press this button and wait for another 6 weeks before people actually get onto the platform? Oh, no, actually people did that quite efficiently that time. Excellent! I'm proud of you. Promotions for everybody, assuming anybody survives, which with my leadership is not likely. How do I get through this? I did notice that explodey thing. I do notice an explodey thing there. Let me try getting rid of that. There we are, because I have a funny feeling there's like, yes, here we are. It's like a secret passageway. I destroy that, and maybe if I keep going I can find a place to sort of drop down, or at the very least get an aerial view of my team getting absolutely annihilated by the enemy. One or the other. Oh, why keeps making that noise when I'm jumping. By all means carry on. Right. Oh my goodness. This doesn't look good. What's that? Is that the vinculum, I think that was called? Funny old word. Alright. Oh no, everybody's waiting patiently for me to get unlost. Thanks, team. I'm glad to see you've all got proper respect for management. Alright. Let's make a picture.
What is that? The vinculum. It is the hub
I
through
got
which
it
all
right.
Borg thoughts are processed and organized. It creates order out of chaos.
Why are we standing in the middle? Yeah, here we are. Why are we standing in the middle when... Oh my goodness, did you just see what I just saw?
We are Borg.
No. Good afternoon.
Ensign Alexander Monroe of the starship Voyager, species 5618. You are the leader of your unit.
I suppose that's accurate.
Yes, I am.
We wish to negotiate.
Negotiate?
You and your team will be allowed to leave this vessel with the isodesium you are attempting to retrieve.
Sounds good. What do you want from us?
We have assimilated information from this unit detailing your previous encounters with species 8472.
Species 8472?
This vessel was engaged in combat with species 8472, who had infiltrated our vessel. The forged probe attacked us during this conflict. Upon destruction of the probe, we were transported to the forge, as were several of species 8472.
I don't like where this is heading.
Oh, blimey.
Despite our adaptations, species 8472 has remained resistant.
Yeah, they like that, aren't
We
they?
assimilated your Lieutenant Foster to gain information that may be of use in protecting the cube from them. However, they stole the isodesium and have been using it as an energy source. They are reproducing rapidly. We cannot.
I don't want to witness that.
I see. And you want us to stop them for you?
This unit has memory of specialized nanoprobes developed by Voyager to eliminate species 8472. You will use these to eradicate the infestation.
They must be crazy to think we would help them.
What about Foster? We want him back.
Impossible. This unit is Borg.
We will not accept unless Foster is released. Why shouldn't we just leave you here to kill each other off?
You have only two options. Accept or be assembled.
There is that, yeah.
Resistance is futile.
Well, I guess if you put it that way.
I have no memory of this from
All right.
the past.
We'll do it.
Maybe I was competent enough to rescue Foster back in those days.
You will proceed through this route to Quaternary Environmental Control Chamber 9 Alpha, where you will find species 8472's lair. Their resistance quotient is extremely high.
Yes, enough with the mathematics, you're making my head hurt. Right, don't we need to, like, go home and, like, get the special probes or something? Are we just gonna get them straight out of her bloodstream? I don't bloody well know. Oh dear, Species 8472 is a technologically sophisticated alien lifeform that exists in a fluidic space realm, possessing an extremely dense genetic structure. Yes, people who describe me as being extremely dense as well, though not when talking about my genes. And an extraordinarily powerful immune system. Species 8472 are unaffected by most Borg weaponry. Species 8472 carry no weaponry, preferring unarmed attacks in close quarters. Then I think I need something suitably shooty.
Can't trust a Borg. They've double-crossed us before.
That may be so, but the isodesium is beyond the area of infestation. We would have to go through it anyway.
Still,
Let's
I
do
don't
some
think
dancing
this
to
is a good
prepare.
idea. I don't trust Borg.
That's enough.
Tremendous.
Sherrod.
Right.
Don't worry, Juliet. I got it covered.
Oh yeah, because we've got so much of a chance, haven't we? So let me get this straight. Species A472 stole the isodesium from the Borg, who stole the isodesium from us, who stole the isodesium from the scavengers, who stole the isodesium from goodness knows where. Right, okay. This is... My goodness, I've heard of 6 degrees of separation, but never 6 degrees of theft. 6 degrees of felony has got to be a new one. Alright, I do have vague memories of fighting Species 8472 in this game, but I don't remember... I don't remember there being a negotiation before. Certainly not one with an assimilated Foster who's cosplaying as Locutus.
Species 8472 can regenerate pretty fast.
By shooting them a lot?
Since our last encounter with Species 8472, I have modified our weapon designs to be effective against them.
Ah, well, isn't that convenient? Okay. Infestation. They're sentient beings, they're not bloody cockroaches. I get that they're a pain in the arse, but there's no need to be rude. Oh my goodness me! Right. That's tremendous. I don't remember them dying that easily in the show, but then again, plot armor is a fickle thing. Right. Good afternoon, sir. How are you? He looks like he's reaching out for a hug. Oh my goodness. Mind you, if I'd just been torn in half by a vicious beast, I'd probably want a hug as well. Okay, let's carry on and pretend like everything is absolutely fine. Oh my goodness, how much of you is left? Not a frightfully high proportion. Okay, okay, I was going to say, are they going to beam in like the Borg did, or are they going to come from slightly more reasonable directions? I think it's going to be a tad more reasonable. Mind you, if they keep running out of the walls, that's going to make things somewhat tricky. I hope that energy crystal is, still alive by the time I've shot it to bits. There we are, man. Like, the way they fall over backwards is quite cute, and also quite weird, given that they're supposed to have a third leg coming out of their arse, aren't they? Oh my goodness sake. Oh, it's like bloody spider's webs everywhere. I don't like it. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, this is a good place for an ambush. Except they don't seem to shoot, but they don't seem to be able to make up their mind which direction they want to go. I like how they sort of canter along like a little pony, giving piggyback rides at the beach. Right, well, if I pick these legs up and take them back down the other end of the corridor, we'll have most of a Borg, won't we? My goodness sake, they're not made of Lego, really. There's no reason to put them back together yet, no. Alright, no, never mind that. I seem to be taking less damage, which is tremendous. There's a pathway there that I could take. Or there's this corridor here. This looks vaguely interesting. I'm going to have a look and see what we find here. More energy terminals, don't need any of this. Quite like this Hirogen Gatling gun thing. Oh, I see. This links up back here. That's kind of cute. I like that. I like that it all sort of comes together. And you can see things from the other side. Isn't that adorable? Right. Is everybody still alive? I appreciate I left you all completely alone. But no, I arrived just in the nick of time to save you all. Aren't I such a good manager? Alright. This is going slightly better because these enemies don't have projectiles, so I can't beam in from behind. Also, and I've just figured this out, which shows you precisely how dense my brain is, to call back to what we were talking about previously. Seven said that she'd upgraded our weapons to be more effective. I'm not shooting them with our weapons, I'm shooting them with some random thing I picked up off a corpse. I could understand it if I was using like the phaser rifle, or the grenade launcher even, but all the other weapons just... Oh my goodness, your landlord would like to have a word with you about the black mold problem going on in your flat. Oh, darn, be quiet. Oh my goodness, hold your breath, folks. Hold your breath, you don't want to end up with loads of spores in your lungs. Okay, so they can teleport. That's That's interesting. I don't know as we ever actually witnessed them doing that in the You know, as much as I applaud the many pull-ups that you're doing, I do think that they're slightly more impressive when you've got a whole body attached to your arm. But never mind. You shouldn't make fun of people when they're attempting to exercise. It's a tricky thing to do. This is, yep, this is a perfect place to get attacked. Not as many of them as I thought. They come from behind as well? Yes, they clearly are, except somebody else dealt with that. Excellent. I like it when I don't have to deal with my own problems. Right, my goodness. This is very strange. This doesn't seem like an efficient use of space. This doesn't seem very Borg. But then, these industrious little fluidic fellows do seem to have been quite expedient in their redecoration of the place. I mean, it is so important when you move into a new house to make it your own. With some new furniture. Or just mould all over the wall. If that's what you're into. Can't say it's what I'm into.
Hold your fire.
Against who? There's nobody there. Honestly. The power. For goodness sake. Don't hold your fire. And every good reason under the sun to fire everything we've got. Okay, I think we've made it to the other side of I think we've made it to the other side of the chasm. Oh god. Oh gosh. Is that all? I'm just gonna ignore everything that she says because she's literally talking complete bollocks. Alright, what was that? I saw something interesting. Oh, was that like... No, I thought there was... Can I go back down actually? Please. I saw something interesting. No, I can't. Sorry. I thought when I was sort of underneath this bit here, I saw something green on the ceiling. I don't know if it was just one of these green lights, or if it was something else. It couldn't have been a distribution though, because that would have been completely useless at this point.
Hold your fire.
Because, there ain't no Borg here, except the ones that have already been dissected and eaten. Aha! We found what we wanted! Okay, what could possibly go wrong other than the Borg beaming in? Ah! Now, is that a memory or is that a good guess?
Wait a minute. We negotiated. We had a deal.
Negotiation is around it. You will be assigned.
Oh, for goodness
I knew it.
sake.
Why does this not surprise me?
Because you're telepathic? Aww. Ah, see, this is why the Borg needs CCTV. Goodness gracious. Ah, that gun's even bigger than I realised. Now can we... Oh gosh, there's more of them. They're still alive. Ah, they've adapted already. How are half of them dead and the rest of them aren't? That just doesn't seem fair. Oh, goodness, would you stop trying to assimilate my bum? That will not add to your perfection, my friend. Oh, I don't want to shoot him. I think I'm going to have to, but I don't want to. Can I not just get the ICDC and get the hell out of here? No, apparently I can't.
I'm sorry, Foster. Oh, she didn't have to happen this way.
Kill me.
Oh,
Sorry. I can't.
Can we not take him home and fix him?
En route to Voyager. We've recovered the
I've done
isodesium
this
and
so
are ready to
badly.
beam out.
Beam myself and the isodesium directly to engineering.
Acknowledged. Initiating transport.
Someone's productive. Somebody's reading a few too many self-help books. Oh, we're just leaving Foster there, are we? Oh, sheesh. Oh, dear. I really should have rescued Foster. Oh, it's not blowing up. Oh. I thought it would completely explode. But it didn't. Oh, dear. Some medieval music. Right. Now, I know I bollocked up everything.
7 of 9 beam directly to engineering with the isodesium. If Lieutenant Torres is correct, Voyager should have power restored within a day or two. The Hazard team has proven itself to be a valuable asset. You are all off duty until further notice. Mr. Monroe, I understand you and your team did not rescue Lieutenant Foster. While this must have been difficult for you, I am disappointed. You all have some holodeck time. I suggest you use it.
You know, for a man who said you should have shot Foster in the face to preserve the isodesium, you seem extremely committed to the idea of bringing him home. My goodness sake. I did my best, you pointy-eared bellend. Right, my goodness. Oh, I see. So, you know, by holodeck time, you don't mean like, I don't know, go and sit on the beach or anything. You mean,
Hey, Alex. Meet me in the mess hall after you're done with the holodeck, okay?
Sure.
You're coming on a little bit strong, madam. I was going to say buy me dinner first, but then you did just invite me to the mess hall, so maybe that's how this works. But how do you buy somebody dinner in a world that has no currency? I don't bloody know. Right, do you have some big weapon I can
I've got a
use?
new training program for the holodeck. It's for testing the new personal photon torpedo launcher. Here, check it out.
God blimey! Now this is I might point that in a different direction. I was like, oh, a photon torpedo launcher. Now we're talking. Cool. If anything was going to help me forget about my complete failure in my life, then it was going to be a personal photon torpedo launcher. Right. This should be fun. Oh my goodness! Please tell me there's no bloody pain sticks I need to worry about. Ah! Everyone's trying to shoot me. Right, would that go away, please? Oh, man alive, I love this. I want to get a real good view of somebody getting photon torpedoed in the face. Oh my goodness gracious me. Have I got my other weapons? Yeah, I have. Marvellous. Well, I shouldn't be using it actually, should I? Should be using my, should be using something a tad more powerful. Oh yeah, this is that thing that just ricochets all over the place and makes a bloomin' mess everywhere, doesn't it? What weapons are they using? Presumably yeah, they're using the scavenger rifle, which I'm sure is not very law accurate, but is it does make sense given that's what they were using before, and it would allow me to regenerate my other guns. My goodness, this is a little bit of music, isn't it? I don't actually know if there was any music in the last bit or not. I was too busy bollocking up everything between here and Aberystwyth in order to oh my goodness. In order to notice. I'm sorry about that. Right, what other weapons have we got? Let's go back to photon torpedoing people in the face, because that was good fun. I want to know what the secondary attack on this is. Oh my goodness. Just a bigger photon torpedo, I suppose. It's slower moving, presumably it does more damage, so it'd be good against bosses and things. Goodness gracious me. Be good for be good for murders and things, wouldn't it? Because it wouldn't leave any evidence behind. I don't know why that's the thing that my brain just defaults to when I see somebody being completely obliterated from the ground up. My goodness. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. I think that that whole Foster thing is possibly the best example of yeah, this game having not elements of choice per se, but things that you can screw up, and when you do screw them up, my goodness, do they matter. I think we saw a couple of examples like that at the start of the game when Voyager was more damaged, and there were things I could turn off in order to stop people from getting blown to bits. So I think those were similar examples, although I feel like I screwed up this one a lot more severely, and this was the one that really mattered, but was also the one that I ballsed up completely. What is actually the likelihood of any of these ricochets actually hitting? In a very small confined environment, maybe like in the Borg cube with the small corridors and things, I could see it being a bit more useful there, where you know, you're in more of a confined environment. Should I really be allowed to take this with me? Do I not need to give this back?
Can you take a rain check?
I don't know what that means. If you're asking me for the weather forecast, I think it's grey outside today. I don't know. I have to keep all the blinds shut in order to control the light here. Right. Do you have anything nicer to say about me now that I'm holding a personal missile launcher?
Excuse me.
Vulcans do not make small talk.
Oh, well, I think Vulcans could learn to make small talk if they had somebody with a personal missile launcher standing in front of them, but what do I know? The answer to that is nothing. How angry are you that I didn't bring Foster home?
Hey, Monroe. Tough break with Foster. We're all sorry he couldn't be saved. But at least we're getting out of this place now.
I thought he was the grumpy southerner, but I don't think he is. I think he's somebody else. Where's Grumpy Southern Man? Hello, Grumpy Southern Man! I failed miserably. How angry are you?
So I hear you did okay even without me. You got lucky, I guess.
Nobody's told him. I'm happy with this situation, because otherwise I might get my head pulled off. Right, let's go to dinner with a gun, I suppose. How scared of your date do you have to be to get to go to dinner with a gun?
Deck 2, mess hall.
I don't know. Alright, let's see what happens next. Visual confirmation. I dread to think what I'm gonna be confirming with my eyes. Do I still have my gun? No, I don't. I've left my gun behind. Ah, right, okay. Must have some sort of special turbo lift weapons checker thing. Oh my goodness, a potted plant. How lovely. Brightens up these otherwise rather stale corridors, doesn't it? Look at this. It's a plant. It's exciting, isn't it? Right, never mind. In fairness, there's a hell of a view outside. Right, what? Thank you. What's on the menu?
What can I get for you today?
How about some Charhillian wine?
Excellent choice.
Oh yes, have a good booze up. That sounds tremendous. Right, there seems to be quite a lot of members of the team. Does not seem to be a small
Hey,
group.
Alex.
Hi, Telsia.
It's a square
like we're
cup.
pretty much
Why
out
don't you
of the
make a
woods now.
cup square?
I guess.
Tuvok sounded pretty pleased. I guess he's warmed up to you some.
Huh. I don't know about that.
Commander,
Well, he just has
Ensign,
to get to know you
anything I
better.
can get you? Thanks, Felix. I'm fine.
You know, a couple of times there, I really thought you might not make it. I'm
Why?
glad
Because
you
I kept
did.
bollocking up everything?
Oh,
Me too.
just pie?
What kind of pie?
What's going on over here?
Nice grub roach pie. Have a nice meal.
Ugh.
No more adventures than you intended, Tom?
A little.
A cockroach pie? That sounds absolutely
So,
lovely.
I was wondering.
So, how's the Tarkalian wine? I was told 2245 was an excellent year.
Oh, yes, it's good.
We're kind of
Thanks.
slightly in the middle of something here, Furface. Sorry, what were we talking about?
I have to go take a shower. Oh, see you later, Alex.
Oh, I'm
All
glad
right,
you said
see
it. You
ya.
saved me the trouble of saying it. Right, okay. What the hell is going
You
on?
sure you
Oh my
don't want anything,
goodness.
Mr. Sun?
This game is exhausting.
I'm fine.
Boy, someone's having a right little strop, aren't they? What's good to be in your bonnet?
Austin.
I'm not so sure it's such a good idea to get complacent just yet, Alex.
Complacent about what? Us getting out of here, or me being in charge of the hazard team? Are you rooting for my job? You naughty man.
So B'Elanna says the isodesium is working perfectly.
You just stand
That's
here
good
and
to hear.
eavesdrop on your conversation.
I'm sure I'm
Good
not the
evening,
only
gentlemen.
Feel a lot better once we're out of this death trap. I hear you.
Yeah, just in time for the next death trap to turn up. Marvelous. I never understand these. You know, and this is perhaps indicative of my wider lack of social skills, but I never quite know what to do in these situations. Just sort of waiting with no objective until stuff happens. Right. Do you need some chess tutoring?
Gerard.
Yes, Monroe?
I don't know why he said that as if he hadn't heard from him in about 6 years. Never mind. Do I need some sustenance? Oh, I must be out of replicator rations. I blew them all on Easter chocolate. How stupid of me. I invade the kitchen and steal things. Yes, I climb over the chef. Marvelous. And start, maybe, when he went there, the pantry was bare. And so the poor ensign had none. Right, I think these are the only people I haven't tried talking to yet. This is a fascinating conversation. My goodness, you're right. Whole essays on the debates going on here, couldn't you? What the hell am I supposed to be doing?
Austin.
Alex.
He's very grumpy at me, isn't he? What the hell is my objective? What am I supposed to be doing? I need some tactical information on how I interact with my crewmates. Oh my goodness. Seriously, where am I going and what am I doing? I really don't know. I really don't know. It's very fuzzy, isn't it? You'd struggle to make out what this is. Reminds me of a bit of trivia I once read about. I think it was the Next Generation, that much of the writing on little panels and sort of doors and things like that was actually just complete gibberish, but they never thought it would be filmed in a high enough resolution that anybody would be able to make it out. Then obviously with, can I speak to you perhaps?
Neelix. Ah, Ensign. I heard you've become quite the hero. It must have been fascinating. The Ethereans, those strange scavengers, and those pesky Borg. If you ask me, you're in line for promotion.
Yes, I'm just slightly in the middle of something here now, friend.
See it?
What?
Yeah. I see something moving way out there.
Nah, that's debris.
No, it's getting closer. Look.
You're right. What do you
Just
think
when I
it
thought
is?
nothing else could go wrong. Well, can I see
Like
it?
some kind of ship.
I'll be able to tell you then. Oh good, it's another one of these bloomin' probes. Does this mean the harvester's from that way? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
That thing's coming right for us.
Whatever it is, it doesn't look friendly.
Harvesters.
All senior personnel report to the conference room.
Monroe, you better come too.
No time for tea and cakes or whatever it was that I ordered. I've got something slightly more important to do. Can you imagine being a low-ranking officer on this ship? You just have to stand out the window and stare at doom as it approaches you while having no idea whether you're going to survive.
Does anyone have any idea what this thing is?
I believe
Other
I
than
do.
death in a metal box?
The most logical presumption would be that the Forge had sent a harvester to disassemble Voyager.
I was afraid that's what you were going to say.
Combining the records Seven retrieved from the Borg ship with my own sensor scans, I would concur with Seven's appraisal.
Wait a second. Didn't one of those ships tear up a Borg cube?
Yes, the harvesters appeared to attach themselves to the stranded ships and use massive claws to literally tear the ships apart. The harvester aliens, meanwhile, invade the ship and plunder equipment and crew. The effect is utterly devastating.
Great. Thanks for the pep talk.
I was thinking something
Alana,
similar myself.
How soon will we get the warp drive and defense systems back online?
Not soon enough, Captain. The isodesium is helping, but it's still going to take several more hours.
I'm open to ideas. Anyone?
When did this table go so small?
I thought I saw something in the Ethereans' records about some sort of gunship that's stranded here too.
Yes, the technology is consistent with that of species 1567. They were engaged in a long-range war in which they sent out giant automated gunships called dreadnoughts to destroy enemy outposts. They possessed impressive firepower.
Sounds like a giant cannon on autopilot.
Essentially, yes.
Point that at the harvesters and blow it up?
Aim it at the harvester.
We could blow the harvester away before it reached Voyager.
Presuming we could operate it. However, my scans indicate that the ship does still have power.
Life signs.
None detected.
I can't see any better option. Tuvok, you and Monroe put together a plan for the hazard.
Okay, I like the sound of this.
Fast. We don't have much time. B'Elanna, do what you can to get our defenses up faster.
I'll do my best, Captain.
Dismissed.
So we're going to find a massive alien boom boom stick pointed at our enemies and pull the
The
trigger.
dreadnought appears to be essentially
What could
a
possibly
giant
go
automated
wrong?
weapon of mass destruction. There are only a few identifiable areas of the ship. This front area seems to be the control section. There is a barrel section 700 meters long.
700 meters?
This looks like something that fell off the Death
The
Star.
rear sections seem to contain the ammunition, power, and propulsion systems. Our objective will be to reach the control section and fire the weapon at the harvester ship.
How do we know this thing still works?
We don't?
We do not. We have detected an active power source and the vessel does not seem to be significantly damaged. In fact, we believe the weapon has never been fired. However, as our sensors can barely penetrate the ship's hull, it is difficult to ascertain the weapon's condition.
How long do we have before the harvesters get here?
Approximately 3 hours and 47 minutes.
Not much time.
We might have caught a break on this one, though. As you can see, we've found a tear in the hull.
Whatever did that could...
We should be able to transport directly into the ship through this breach, saving us the time of having to shuttle over. From here, it's only a short stroll to the control center here.
This all seems to be going
Myself,
frightfully
Che,
well.
Telsia, Chell, and Satlos will beam in and escort Tuvok to the control room.
Sounds like pretty heavy escort for a derelict ship.
We're not going to take any chances with this one. If all goes well, Once we get Tuvok to the control room, he'll fire the weapon at the Harvester, and there will still be a Voyager to come back to. Any questions?
Yeah, this one sounds a bit too good to be true.
Gear up and report to the transporter room. Dismissed.
Well, I've become very commanding in my old age, haven't I? I was about to say, I thought that went pretty well. Seems my commander has left me all alone. Right, okay. So, this is gonna go really freaking badly, isn't it? Oh, gosh. Okay, well, I apologise for bollocking up on the Borg ship really rather severely. Yes, I apologise for not saving Foster. I should have done that, and I failed miserably, so for that I sincerely apologise. But, and interesting that this texture is so much more high-res than everything else. I guess because this is the one thing you might actually need to bloody read. Yeah, I apologise for screwing up and not saving Foster when I obviously should have. I apologise for getting bapped around by the Borg quite a lot. But other than that, I think things have gone quite well. So, let's see how much there is for me to screw up on a completely, apparently empty ship, which I'm sure will stay empty. So, yeah, slightly shorter episode than last time, but I think that's perfectly reasonable. So, yeah, thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen, for this absolute cock-up. Look after each other, and good night.